possible to have it to have a complete understanding.
Absolutely. Okay, so 633HH for Nago, the overhead is 10 frame startup after the first hit.
Mm-hmm.
And then Beyblade is 14 frame startup. So there's a 4 frame difference between high and low. So you can fuzzy it technically.
That's a tight fuzzy though.
It is not going to be easy whatsoever.
Yeah. For sure. We're going to hopefully be able to get Mike Saftig on in here. But currently we're getting a little bit closer, inching ever closer to that top 8 situation. Looks like MFCR took out Blue Heck up in the top round. We've got John, Guilty Gear, and Casper duking it out currently. Artorius is making a good run of it there in the middle of the bracket.
Mm-hmm. Blue Heck down in losers. Somnium taking down Max.
Let us see. Now, hopefully we'll be able to get Mike Saftig on in here. We'll definitely get to see. Next round, we're going to have Tickle Me More versus Test Your Luck, which will be a very exciting match as well. Down in the bottom bracket, we got Kid Dracula cooking it up. Just knocked out Albert Doug. Lots of DQs tonight, too. I think that's I think there's something in the air. Honestly, I was so exhausted today. I could also just like delay the overhead or low, so it's a 50-50. Yeah, that's the thing that is like the real scary part, right? Like if you're trying to fuzzy, I mean, manually timed anti-fuzzy stuff is like kind of sketchy for sure. Especially when you're talking about a gap like that, because that may end up being a situation where you are just fuzzy blocking and fuzzy throwing at the same time, and that kind of helps you out a lot there. But definitely depends on what the kind of hit stun situation is.
Absolutely.
Let me go ahead and just check on some things real quick.
While we're waiting on this, I'm going to take this chance to use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
No problem at all. Go ahead and make sure to shoot Mike Saftig. On stream. (0000117). We'll get Mike Saftig. Hey, there's a little melatonin Saftig coming in hot. Was mid-typing message. I'm really excited to see also. I think there's some really interesting stuff that Soul Badguy's been cooking up. Very excited to see. And Izzy is on the Sin, just straight up this time around. Interesting. I wasn't too sure, because I wasn't sure if Izzy was really maintaining the Sin. I'd seen them playing almost exclusively Johnny in their other situations, but love to see the Sin come out. Sin has been looking very solid this patch. You know, can't talk too much about how he's doing at the top level, but that's why we are here. We're here to catch that as we speak. Oh, and you know what? I think that I forgot. I'm not taking chances. I love to hear it, Izzy. There we go. Let's get this updated. Hey, there we go. Brought to you by X now. Whoopsies. Forgot to update my match arena overlay this week. Whoa. Here we go. Mike Saftig looking very patient. Also with the matching skins, you love to see it. Yeah, Sin definitely looking like a very pressure-focused character now after some of the changes. There we go, going for the driver, doing the follow-up into the 2K. Look at that, that's exactly what we're talking about. Using that new backdash. Mike Saftig just kind of downloading a little bit, playing that patient game. And I mean, honestly, if you can just play the patient game, just do the down back, maybe DP the overhead a little bit. You know, it's definitely a little harder to DP that overhead now, but while a lot of Sin stuff has gotten a lot better, he can't just, you know, open you up for free. If you're a good patient player like Mike Saftig, you just capitalize on your opportunities like this. What are you talking about? What damage? Nice patience again from Mike Saftig, pulling it in there. Very nicely done. We're gonna have to see Izzy trying to pull out some of the patience again as well themselves. Good confirm off of the far slash. Nice far slash there from Mike Saftig. Izzy now has you in the corner. There's the DP on the overhead. That muscle memory gets to stay, luckily. So you can't quite mash on that anymore, but you can still DP it, which is nice. Just gotta be real quick on that DP input. Little PRC. Another DP coming out from Saftig. There we go. Sin also one of the strongest DPs in the game now, I think, after everyone losing those HDPs. Very scary stuff. But speaking of strong options, you're just dead here. You were dead before the burst bait, I think. If you had just gone for a little wild assault routing there, and nicely done from Mike Saftig. Finding that burst bait. That muscle memory sticks with you, man. That's one of the huge things about the new burst bait changes. If you were a manual burst bait person, like Mike Saftig very much is, then your ability to burst bait didn't really get hampered that much by the burst changes. People just kind of think they're safer naturally.
It seemed to have come back at the best time.
You made it back. Yeah, Mike Saftig just went up 1-0 up against Izzy.
I saw that Izzy's on the Sin.
Izzy is on the Sin, so they're not going to take any chances.
I would agree with that choice. Sin's very strong this patch. They fixed up a lot of his frame data issues. Of course, he still has a few frame data issues. Like the recovery on his far slash is kind of crazy, but other than that, they really fixed him up real nice. He does a stupid amount of damage.
True. And easier access to that damage as well, just from the...
Way easier access, yeah.
Yeah.
Wild Assault benefits him hugely. He gets amazing full screen conversions into wall break. Sin's looking good.
Yep. Definitely seems like Mike Saftig has been talking to Pixelated Max a little bit. Playing incredibly patiently against Izzy. Just down backing, DPing the overhead when it comes out, when you can make it happen at least. But Mike Saftig has just been really, really patient with the matchup.
Making great use of that 6H to whiff punish and get that hard knockdown.
Yep, absolutely.
Gets a cheeky little reset into wild throw. Success to catch that backdash. But the beat driver.
Yeah, that beat came out so fast. The tap dust, unfortunately, when you're going to send it all on a gamble like that, you got to be ready to accept the consequences. A little too much Johnny play got your brain gambler focused. They just stared at each other. I love that Mike Saftig just does that. Oh, I gotta swap my names. There we go. Yeah, Izzy's trying to mirror some of that like patient play that's been biting him in the butt, but Mike Saftig just kind of understands the situation a little better. Oh, unfortunate drop.
Absolutely. Gets the SDP into the Wild Assault conversion.
Wild Assault in neutral is crazy.
I think Red Wild Assault... No, White Wild Assault is best for random approaches in neutral. Yeah. But Red is, like, not too far behind.
You get a lot less scaling from Red as well. I mean, you know, I told this story last week, but I was playing against... because I'm an honest floor 7 gamer now, because of I've been learning Johnny, and I was playing on like floor 8 or floor 9, and there was this Potemkin who would keep hitting me with like a counter hit White Wild Assault in neutral, and then would go immediately into Heavenly Buster, and the Heavenly Buster does, I shit you not, 20 damage. Because it scales so high. There were, I think, 3 different rounds I got hit by that, and I took my hand off my controller, like went to go get a drink, and then my character just stands up, and I'm like, what?
That's awesome. That's legendary.
You can literally do more damage by hitting like 2p, 2p, 6p. Like, it's wild.
Yeah. Heavenly HPV doesn't scale super well.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm glad, because I think if they want to see the Heavenly animation, then, like, let them have that, but don't let it deal damage, because that would be a nightmare to deal with.
imagine getting hit for 70% because you fucked up and got close slashed once.
Exactly.
Alrighty, Izzy learning from his mistakes, kind of wave punishing Mike Saftig off of the
Yep.
of the 6H.
Try to get the anti-air close slash. Sin does have a good close slash for those anti-airs, but Mike Saftig, as we know, is just un-anti-airable. Mike wants that burst so bad.
Absolutely, Mike is waiting for it. But the DP comes out instead. Mike offers his own burst. Waits for the DP, doesn't quite get it. Good defense from Mike Saftig, blocking the overhead. Gets...
Not quite getting what they wanted. We're hitting that close slash button.
Into the 6P, gets the close slash pickup. 2H to start. Pressure. Ooh, there's the burst.
Nicely done. And honestly, for Mike Saftig, that was huge because Izzy still had a lot of burst gauge, or not a lot of risk gauge built up. They were still at like 45% risk when that counter hit, and that's a scary situation to be in. Nice job on the DP. No follow-up, conserving that stamina. Just we cannot. That move is too hard to anti-air.
Yeah, Bandit Bringer.
Yeah, it is just un-anti-airable, especially when Mike Saftig does it. Ooh, I like the fast RC there.
Absolutely. Gets a far slash into Beat Driver.
Nice.
Gets a cheeky little throw off of the Beat Driver.
The backdash is real, but unfortunately the DP is faster.
Okay, gets the DP into Oki. Doesn't quite get the Oh. This isn't, surely this isn't dead. No,
nice combo routing, though.
Big damage, though.
Mike Saftig playing so incredibly patient there against the Sin.
Simply waited. Said, make a move.
I mean, listen, I'm a huge sucker for the fantasy and the aesthetic matching the hold on, let me get my, where the heck is my Matcherino? There it is. But I'm such a huge sucker for the aesthetic and the fantasy matching the gameplay. One of the reasons why I love Total War Warhammer so much, which is a game I've been picking up again recently, is that when you play like Nurgle, for instance, you feel like you're Nurgle, and the fantasy is so real. In a way, the changes they made to Sin have kind of made that come true in Guilty Gear Strive, where the fantasy of being this like rambunctious kid who's just rushing down all these grown-ups, and the grown-ups having to be like, okay, I have to play patient or this kid's just gonna run me over with all their abundant energy, and I have to be patient and like force them to sit down. I think that's really, really cool.
Oh, absolutely. I agree. I do really like the concept of Sin.
Yeah. I think that the concept has nailed itself down and really brought itself together in this patch. I think
absolutely.
It's cool. We're gonna get our next matches, and we're gonna get one of the new SJS members. Shout out to SJS, officially kind of announcing themselves as an organization. They've been a good crew for a long time. Versus Artorias, the Safe Jump Saturdays crew.
Oh, I see.
And we're gonna get Tickle Me More versus Test Your Luck. We're gonna get a little Test Your Luck run back, but I cannot resist getting your boy. This is gonna be a hype match. This is also the winners quarters can play. All of top 8 is on stream, don't they?
All of top 8.
All of top 8 will be on stream. Yes, indeed.
We'd love to see it. Oh, Tenak versus Artorias. We get to see the lovely Johnny one more time versus the Ramlethal Valentine.
Yeah, very interested to see what the Ram players have been cooking up for sure. I think this throw another rock nonsense they got looks a little scary. I'm not gonna lie. I've also heard tale that the whatchamacallit, I see. I've heard Tail that Ram can get 50 meter off of round start now.